equality assurance mechanism sa BukSU, nagapangandam pud sila karong tuiga sa mga lain-lain nga activities. Apil na diri ang institutional accreditation, ACUP accreditation sa 29 ka programa. ISO surveillance audit karong Agosto. Ug daghan pang proseso para mapadayon ang atong kalidad nga edukasyon.
Wow! So tungod ani mas muligon pa atong universidad? Pamaagi sa suporta sa atong university president, mga opisyal, mga empleyado ug estudyante ug uban pang mga stakeholders sa BukSU, padayon ta sa kalidad ng edukasyon.
Para sa BukSU, padayon sa kalidad, padayon sa kausaban.
This is 104.5
DxBU 104.5.
With integrity and commitment, we stand for truth. No bias, no agenda, just pure, unfiltered news you can rely on. Stay informed, stay aware, stay ahead. This is DxBU 104.5 FM, the voice of Bukidnon State University, your smart, educational, and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. This is DxBU News Patrol.
You are listening to DxBU 104.5 FM, the smart, educational, and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. Welcome to the program. This is DxBU News Patrol, bringing the latest news from local, national, and international that matters. Good morning, good morning, good morning, province of Bukidnon. Good morning, Malaybalay City, and good morning, Bukidnon State University. This is Glenda Mibao together with
Mosken Enta
and Litrosinette Abrasaldo. Today is Wednesday, 25th day of June 2025. Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the following, especially to our smart Bukidnon State University President, Dr. Joy M. Mersor, together with our Vice Presidents.
Vice President for Research, Extension and Innovations, Dr. Karina Joanne B. Barroso.
Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Hazel Jean M. Abuela.
Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Dante S. Victoria Jr.
And Vice President for Culture, Arts, Sports, and Student Services, Dr. Lincoln V. Tan. Also to our DxBU Operations Manager, Engineer Manuel Chad G. Agoro, and to all DxBU technical team on duty today, Mr. Arturo S. Vinso III and Mr. Miguel Luis L. Dizo. Also our DevCom student interns who are the teleprompter for today. To our student assistants, Mr. Gino Tair, who is in charge for the live streaming for today. And to all listeners, thank you so much. We are all live on Facebook, DxBU 104.5 FM. Like, follow, and share. And to our YouTube channel, DxBU 104.5 station, please like and subscribe. Now, let's start our news for today. These are the headlines. Starting up with local news.
DxBU.
CHO Malaybalay personnel complete mental health immersion training.
DxBU.
Food stamp program rolls out in the Mulog, Bukidnon.
DxBU.
Quarterly STI, HIV or AIDS case consultation held in Malaybalay City.
DxBU.
8 million pesos worth of SBDP project completed, turned over in Cabanglasan.
DxBU.
For our regional news, Dinagat Islands eyed for DOT's Philippine Experience Program.
DxBU.
Farm officials ordered to submit courtesy resignations by June 30, 2025.
DxBU.
President Marcos Jr. inspect Marawi rehabilitation efforts.
BukSU.
El Salvador City kicks off 18th Charter Day celebration.
BukSU.
For our national news, House Bill targets e-wallet using online gambling.
BukSU.
Department of Agriculture delays rice price cut. ICE budget hike amid global instability.
BukSU.
BIR expands VAT exemption on key medicines.
BukSU.
LTO to impound defective vehicles by August.
BukSU.
For our international news, China introduces national internet ID, raising surveillance fears.
BukSU.
Copenhagen named world most livable city, ending Vienna's reign.
BukSU.
For our sports news, Angkaz awaits opponent for Pacquiao's card.
BukSU.
And for our showbiz news, from breadwinners to big winners, Charisse secures first Big Four spot.
BukSU.
Details for our news this morning. Stay tuned. Let's move to our weather update.
Weather update.
And for our weather update, based on the Pag-asa 4 a.m. weather forecast, there is no typhoon or low pressure area currently within the Philippine area of responsibility. Northern Mindanao won't be affected by the southwest monsoon o habagat, but can expect partly cloudy to cloudy sky with isolated rain showers, lightning and thunderstorm due to localized thunderstorms. Meanwhile, the previously monitored LPA has intensified into a tropical depression outside the Philippine area of responsibility. It's located 555 km west of Bacnutan, La Union, moving northwest at 15 km per hour with winds of 45 km per hour. This tropical depression has no direct effect on the country. Light to moderate winds from the southwest to south will result in waves ranking from 0.6 to 1 meters in the coastal water of northern Mindanao. The province of Bukidnon, including the city of Malaybalay, the city of Valencia, and nearby areas will have partly to cloudy sky with isolated rain showers or thunderstorm due to localized thunderstorm. Light to moderate winds coming from southwest to south direction will prevail. Possible flash flood or landslide during severe thunderstorm over Malaybalay City. The minimum temperature recorded at 2 a.m. today was 20.2 degrees Celsius, while the maximum temperature yesterday at 3 p.m. reached 31.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity was highest at 95% at 5 a.m. today and lowest at 59% yesterday at 2 p.m. For astronomical information, sunrise in Malaybalay City today is at 5:24 a.m. and the sunset is at 6 p.m.
BukSU.
For our local news,
Bringing you the heartbeat of our community. Local news.
For our local news, personnel from the City Health Office, Malaybalay, recently completed an intensive capacity building and immersion training program for mental health service providers at the National Center for Mental Health, o NCMH, in Mandaluyong City. The training, held from June 9 to 20, aimed to enhance their skills in mental health and psychiatric nursing, ultimately strengthening their ability to provide comprehensive mental health services. The team, led by Dr. Anne-Michelle C. Go, included Shelimi Organiza Macatol, RN, Carlos A. Caro Jr. RN, Janmil Portado RN, and Jella Marian T. Baluarte RSW. They engage in didactic sessions, workshops, and direct patient interaction, gaining valuable experience in psychiatric wards and emergency interventions. A significant benefit was the provision of free medication for mental health service users in Malaybalay through NCMH Medicine Access Program. NCMH Medical Center Chief Dr. Noel V. Reyes expressed strong support for their efforts.
BukSU.
The monthly release of food stamps to identified beneficiaries of the Walang Gutom 2027 Food Provision through Strategic Transfer and Alternative Measures Program or Food Stamp took place earlier today at the E-Center in Damulog, Bukidnon. Municipal Mayor Honorable Will Buro was present to oversee the distribution, underscoring local government support for the vital initiative. The Food Stamp Program is a new flagship initiative by the Department of Social Welfare and Development or the DSWD designed to combat involuntary hunger among low-income households. It aims to empower beneficiaries to become more productive members of society. Through a comprehensive whole-of-nation approach, the program provides monetary assistance via an electronic benefit transfer or EBT card preloaded with PHP 3,000 in food credits. This allows the recipient to purchase a curated selection of essential food items from accredited merchant stores. The program's reliance on digital platforms for accessing food assistance highlights an innovative approach to delivering social protection interventions.
BukSU.
A quarterly case consultation for STI, HIV, or AIDS related services took place on June 19, 2025 at the Bukidnon Provincial Medical Center or BPMC conference room. The consultation gathered representatives from the various key organizations, including the Malaybalay City Health Office HIV and AIDS Core Team, BPMC HIV and AIDS Treatment Hub Core Team, DepEd Malaybalay, Malaybalay Polymedic General Hospital, City Social Welfare and Development or CSWD, Bukidnon State University or BukSU, St. Jude Thaddeus General Hospital, Philippine National Red Cross or PNRC Bukidnon Chapter, A&K Laboratory, and the Provincial Health Office. The primary goal of this consultation was to share and discuss current cases, foster service collaboration, and strengthen partnerships among these institutions. This collaborative efforts aims to improve the overall response to STI, HIV, AIDS cases within Malaybalay City. This activity marks a crucial step in reinforcing interagency coordination and ensuring quality services for affected individuals.
BukSU.
The municipal government of Cabanglasan officially turned over 8 million pesos worth of completed projects under the FY 2022 Local Government Support Fund Support to Barangay Development Program or the LGSF SBDP on June 23, 2025. The ceremonial turnover held in Barangay Lambagan, Poblacion, and Mauswagon highlights the success of the whole-of-nation approach in ending local communist armed conflict by enhancing basic services. Mayor Lolita N. Boliser led the ceremony, supported by the Municipal Engineering Office and DILG Cabanglasan. DILG Bukidnon Provincial Director Rona Pedraza Abadilla emphasized the importance of sustaining peace in formerly conflict-affected areas. stating these projects prove the government commitment to addressing long-standing issues. 2 water supply systems and 1 farm-to-market road were turned over, aiming to uplift the quality of life and deliver inclusive, sustainable peace.
Covering the stories that matter across the region. Regional News.
For our regional news, the Department of Tourism is planning to bring its Philippine Experience program to Dinagat Islands in the Caraga region. Ryan Malbas Tapayan, Supervising Tourism Operations Officer for DOT 13, confirmed this move is part of the department's ongoing initiative to promote lesser-known destinations. Butuan City, Agusan del Sur, and Agusan del Norte have already implemented the program within Caraga. The initiative aims to showcase unique and often overlooked provincial attractions. Tapayan hopes to see the program launch in Dinagat Islands this year. If realized, it will provide an opportunity for this lesser-known destination to develop their areas and proudly present their tourism product to media and partner agencies, who will then promote them to both domestic and foreign tourists.
BukSU.
The Office of the Chief Minister of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or the BARM, has directed all ministers, deputy ministers, and head of offices and agencies to submit their unqualified courtesy resignation on or before June 30, 2025, based on Memorandum Circular Number 007, signed by Chief Minister Abdul Rauf A. Makakwa. This directive is part of an initiative to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of service delivery as BARM's transition period concludes. The memorandum states that the order is a response to serious and severe complaints received by the office. It emphasizes that any official failing to submit their courtesy resignation by the deadline will be deemed to have automatically resigned. Affected officials are instructed to continue their daily duties, limited to routine functions. Pending actions on their resignations, the order is effective immediately for strict compliance.
BukSU.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. visited Marawi City on June 23, 2025 to inspect the newly completed Port of Marawi and provide updates on his administration's ongoing rehabilitation efforts in the city, which was heavily impacted by the 2017 Maote ISIS attack. Marcos expressed satisfaction with the progress of Marawi's recovery, particularly with the 261.5 million pesos Port of Marawi, now featuring an 8,000 square meter backup area, a passenger terminal for 132 passengers, a fish port, and a roll-on or roll-off or Ruru ramp. The president emphasized that this port is just one of many projects under the comprehensive Marawi recovery, rehabilitation, and peace-building program. He also discussed plans for additional ports around Lake Lanao to enhance connectivity for 18 neighboring towns and boost the regional economy. Furthermore, President Marcos set August deadline for constructors to complete the Marawi City General Hospital. He also checked on affected schools, noting that they are now open for the new academic year.
BukSU.
El Salvador City officially launched its 18th Charter Day celebration today last June 23, 2025, with a ceremonial program at the City Hall grounds. The festive event featured the presentation and sashing of the Queen of El Salvador City, a significant nod to the city's rich cultural heritage. A special tribute was also given in celebration of Senior Citizens Day, honoring the invaluable contributions of the elderly to community development. Within the theme, isalig sa maayong pagdumala gikan sa panag-iusa paingon sa malungtarong kalambuan, trust in good governance from unity towards sustainable progress. The celebration highlights the city's dedication to good governance, unity, and lasting progress. City officials, stakeholders, and residents united to mark this milestone, setting a hopeful tone for the week-long festivities.
From coast to coast, national news.
For our national news, a proposed bill in the 20th Congress aimed to restrict the use of e-wallets for online gambling, citing concerns over ease of access and growing addiction. Representative Jonathan K. Flores, Bukidnon 2nd District, warned on Tuesday, June 24, that e-wallets make it alarming easy to top up, and continue bidding. He stressed the risk to force Filipinos homey gamble their meager earnings. Flores believes e-wallets, while convenient for transactions, should not serve as easy gateways to gambling apps. He noted some e-wallets directly link to gambling sites and may profit from these connections. He urged e-wallet providers to remove these direct links. This measure seeks stricter regulations, not a blanket ban. Flores appealed to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and the Securities and Exchange Commission to investigate e-wallet companies enabling gambling. Meanwhile, Representative Rolando Valeriano, Manila 2nd District, advocates for a complete ban, urging BakCor and GOB to revoke online gambling licenses and the BSP to prohibit e-wallets as gambling cadets.
BukSU.
The Department of Agriculture is delaying its plan to reduce the maximum suggested retail price of an imported premium rice by 2 pesos per kilo, citing market instability from the escalating Middle East conflict. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Tio Laurel Jr. announced yesterday, June 23, that the reroute would be deferred by a month or two. This comes after an earlier announcement to cut the MSRP of imported rice 5% broken to 43 pesos per kilo from 45 pesos, effective July 1. The decision stems from heightened global geopolitical risk, particularly U.S. airstrikes in Iran, threatening the Israel-Iran conflict expansion. The Middle East rule as a major oil source means rising oil prices could significantly impact agriculture inputs like fertilizer and transportation costs, potentially increasing price for farmers and fisherfolk. The Department of Agriculture also plans an MSRP for imported pork in August.
BukSU.
The Bureau of International Revenue, or BIR, has released an updated list of value-added tax or VAT exempt medicines, significantly broadening access to critical treatments. This move under the tax reform for acceleration and inclusive law and Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises Acts aims to reduce healthcare costs for Filipinos. The Food and Drug Administration endorsed the expanded list. The circular now includes medicines for cancer, hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, and mental illness. 10 new drugs have been added, with 3 specifically for mental health treatment, 2 new medicines, each for cancer, diabetes, and hypertension, are now VAT exempt, along with 1 for high cholesterol. This builds on earlier exemptions, including 9 cancer drugs listed this month, and a 2019 exemption for cardiovascular and diabetes medications. This applies to sales from manufacturers to retailers, making essential drugs more affordable.
BukSU.
The Land Transformation Office, or LTO, will begin impounding detective vehicles by August as part of its intensified campaign against unregistered cars and expired licenses. LTO Chief Vigor Mendoza II stated yesterday, June 23, that vehicles with issues like broken windshields, exposed parts, bald tires, excessive emissions, or major structural damage will be targeted. Owners of impounded vehicles face a 10,000 peso fine if they fail to register their vehicle after roadworthiness inspection. Meanwhile, motorcycle taxi service provider Angkas Loaded and Metropolitan Manila Development Authorities proposed pilot program for a dedicated motorcycle lane along Commonwealth Avenue. Angkas CEO George Royeca expressed gratitude, saying the move project commuters and recognizes livelihood-based riders.
Connecting you to the world. World news.
For our international news, China, already a master of internet policing, is set to implement even stricter online controls with a new state-issued national internet ID. This virtual ID, currently voluntary and rolling out in mid-July, after rules were released in late May, aims to centralize identity verification across all online platforms, while touted by state media as a bulletproof vest for personal information and already registered by over 6 million users. Experts expressed deep concern. Critics, including scholars and human rights advocates, fear the system will further erode limited freedom of expression. They urge it creates a digital totalitarianism infrastructure, enabling real-time monitoring, blocking, and the ability to wipe out a user's presence across multiple platforms simultaneously. Past criticism have reported been silenced, highlighting concerns about the system's voluntary nature and potential for centralized data branches.
All the action. All the scores.
Copenhagen has officially surpassed Vienna as the world's most livable city, ending the Austrian capital's 3-year reign at the top of Economist Intelligence Unit, or the EIU, annual list. Denmark's capital secured the number 1 spot in the 2025 ranking, released on Tuesday, June 24, after achieving perfect score for stability, education, and infrastructure among 173 cities. Vienna dropped to joint second place with Zurich primarily due to a sharp decline in its stability score, attributed to recent incidents like a bomb threat at a concert last summer. Australia's Melbourne remained fourth, with Sydney now sixth and Adelaide ninth, also making the top 10. This year's index reflects a global trend of declining stability scores, even as healthcare, education, and infrastructures generally improve.
All the action, all the scores. Sports news.
For our sports news, former IBF Super Flyweight champion Jerwin Ancajas continues his rigorous training, holding on to the hope of fighting on July 19 card headlined by Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas. While an opponent remains unnamed, Ancajas is maintaining peak readiness, confident that his chance for another world title shot will arrive. He stated, "No opponent has been given yet," Ancajas said. 33 is currently in Los Angeles, training alongside Mark Magsayo and Yumir Marshall, both confirmed for the undercard. He anticipates fighting at the weight limit of 123 or 124 pounds. This follows his second round stoppage when over Richie Mipranom in January, capturing the vacant Philippine Super Bantamweight crown. Ancajas previously reigned for nearly 6 years as IBF champion in the 115-pound division. Magsayo, 29, will face George Mataculyar in a 10-rounder, while Marshall, 29, will battle Alexis Gaitan in an 8-round bout.
Lights, camera, headlines, showbiz news.
And for our showbiz news, the dream of becoming big winners is within reach for Charlie Fleming and Isnir Ranolio, known as Chares, after they become the first pair to enter the Big Four of Pinoy Big Brother Celebrity Collab Edition last night. The duo expressed disbelief as they cleared the final round for the show's big night. Ironically, Chares was among the last duos formed, paired by default after being unchosen. Both had dubs feeling lugi at a disadvantage due to paid-up voting in previous rounds. Their fate, however, was decided by housemates and challengers who awarded them the majority of votes. Hailing from Mindanao, Charis impressed with consistency. Isnir from Davao del Sur was never nominated. Charlie from Cagayan de Oro was evicted early but returned via public vote. For more pairs, Rawi, Dasby, Acebeer, or Breca will be for a spot in early July Big Night.
And that's our news for today. By the way, before we end, what do we have announced today, partner Colette?
Yes, we would like to remind those aspiring applicants for graduate program entrance test that the Bukidnon State University of the Graduate Studies is pleased to announce additional admission examination schedules for the first semester of the school year 2025 to 2026. Specifically, applicants for master's and doctorate. For those who are interested, applicants may apply online at https://admissions.buksu.edu.ph.
And partner Mosken, when will be the dates for online application?
The online application will only open on these exclusive dates: July 5 and 6, July 12 and 13, 2025.
If you wish to apply in person, the schedule is on July 19, 2025 at 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. at Bukidnon State University Auditorium. What are the requirements of an applying? Partner Colette.
Okay, the requirements are the following. Please take note of this. First, soft copy of 2x2 ID picture, scanned copy of transcript of records or TOR, scanned copy of honorable dismissal, and payment for admission test exam fee, which is 675 pesos.
Alright, I hope you take note of this specifically to all aspiring applicants graduates program entrance test. Look forward to welcoming you to our diverse and dynamic graduate studies community. And that's a wrap for today's news. But before we end the program, we have public service announcement. For your public service announcements, you may visit the DxBU Panawagan Center located at 4th floor at COT Building, Bukidnon State University, 4th Street, Malaybalay City, Philippines. We would like to acknowledge the following, especially to our Smart Bukidnon State University President, Dr. Joy M. Marisol, together with our Vice Presidents.
Vice President for Research, Extension, and Innovations, Dr. Karina Joanne V. Barroso.
Vice Presidents for Academic Affairs, Dr. Hazel Jean M. Abuela.
Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Dante S. Victoria Jr.
And Vice President for Culture, Arts, Sports, and Student Services, Dr. Lincoln V. Tan.
Also to our DxBU Operations Manager, Engineer Manuel Chad G. Agorob, and to all DxBU News and Technical Team on duty today, Mr. Arturo Vinsod III and Mr. Miguel Luis L. Dizo. Also our DevCom student, newscasters, student volunteers, and to our student assistants, Mr. Gino Tair, and our partners for today. Thank you for being with me, and thank you for watching on our Facebook DxBU 104.5 FM. Like, follow, and share. And to our YouTube channel DxBU 104.5 station, please like and subscribe. This is Glenny Bibaho together with
Mosken Enta.
And Cleet Rashinet Abrasaldo.
for
DxBU News Patrol.
Good morning, Bukidnon! Good morning, Malaybalay! And good morning, Bukidnon State University! And God bless us all!
With integrity and commitment, we stand for truth. No bias, no agenda, just pure, unfiltered news you can rely on. Stay informed, stay aware, stay ahead. This is DxBU 104.5 FM, the voice of Bukidnon State University, your smart, educational, and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. This is DxBU News Patrol.
Mayong adlaw mga higa